Hey guys, hello.
We're just eating breakfast, and after this, we're off to a city tour.
What are you having?
Omelets.
Omelette.
Yeah, omelette. Pancake. And a whole lot more. So stay tuned.
BB is having eggs and rice. Corned beef. Me, eggs and sausage and soup. Wow. And look at the Korean community.
Masaya yung peninsula. Di ba, ano yung maganda yung peninsula ng Cebuano? Pero nga
야, 니 안키 너한테 얘기하?
i-review ko na to eh.
And I'm interested to know what are the things that you've heard about Cebu.
Yeah, it's been a long time, so let's start all over again.
Well, I would like to take that challenge then. I'm so glad to actually host you guys today. Thank you so much for coming over to Cebu. I'd like to also just emphasize Cebu is actually still called the Queen City of the South, and of course the fact that the capital city of Manila, so we are still the second city of the Philippines. But then again, even though we are called we are referred to that as the second city of the Philippines, we do not give our guests or our visitors second-rate, tourism or second-rate service, trying hard, copycat, anything. Our guests do not deserve that. So we are honored to be, giving you some world-class services and tourism as well. In fact, one manifestation na world-class po yung binibigay ng Cebu City, tourism of the Cebu City government is that we do have here the Radisson Blu. I'm not sure if you've heard of Radisson Blu. Yes, ma'am. It's the famous, European chain of hotel in Europe.
Where's that? I saw it last night eh.
It's actually just beside SM. So that hotel po is an indication na world-class po yung ating tourism, mainly because you cannot find that anywhere in Asia Pacific, and it's only found here in Cebu.
Wow.
So we are so honored to have this kind of hotel to be here in our city, and we are also just recently we have ranked number 8. It was coming from the survey of Financial Development Incorporated. It's coming from Financial Times, the international group of financial firm that surveys everything. So we are now ranked number 8 on the list of the cities of the future. And yun po ay base sa you know, how we are able to cope up with the economic downturn that has happened in the East. So we are so glad na naging part po tayo ng Cities of the Future. In fact, we've never been part of any lists sa Financial Times, but just recently po, we are now part of the list. In fact, ranked number 8. And then also we are ranked number 8 as well. Again, number 8 pa rin. But then we are ranked number 8 out of the top 100 business process outsourcing destinations report from Tulos firm. Right, but then we will continue on with that later kasi po we are gonna visit Mactan Shrine, you know, just to commemorate the bravery, Filipino bravery, and that is headed by the chieftain back then in the 15th century, Lapu-Lapu.
First year college. Uulitin niya yan.
Yung previous name po niya is Lapu-Lapu. That's the like native name of Lapu-Lapu. So this has been here since 18th century po. This is just a monument to, you know, to commemorate that Magellan actually came here. That was 15th century. I'm not sure if you still remember your history, but our written record of history started in the 15th century. But then our history started even way earlier than that. In fact, sa 13th century po, we are actually Hindus. Hindi lang po natin alam, pero we were governed by an Indian prince coming from the Chola dynasty. This Chola dynasty po is actually the longest ruling dynasty in India. So we were governed back then, even in the 13th century, but then it's not common, it's not known in our history.
Ayan,
So dito po tayo kasi medyo mainit. There's a place that we can...
Hi!
Built by the governor of Cebu back then, Don Miguel Reyes. That was 18th century. You will know that the edifice or any building, any church or any monument was built during the 18th century because they are made of coral stones. Yung coral stones po talaga galing sa Mactan at saka galing po sa Panay, most of them. Yung mga, ito po yung mga ginagamit na sa ating monuments at mga churches po natin. They were all quarried from Mactan Island, here in this island, and also in Panay po. And the workers were coming from Naga, Talisay, all natives, mga Indios. Dito po tayo, they believe that Magellan was found, his body was struck down during the war, or the Battle of Mactan, during March 15, not March 15, but during, you know, those days. So, ito po yung painting, parang it's just like a depiction of what has happened back then. It's just, actually, one of the like written records coming from Antonio Pigafetta, the historian that came, during, that time with them during the expedition. He said that when Magellan was hit by the spear, he wasn't actually hit by Lapu-Lapu. But he was hit by one of the men of Lapu-Lapu. So it's not Lapu-Lapu that killed Magellan. Kasi po leader po sila man. So yeah, that is why the credit all goes to the leader. But then originally, like if you really look at it, the history, even the history written by Antonio Pigafetta, it was the men of Lapu-Lapu that hit him with a bamboo spear. And then when his men saw it, they attacked him fiercely and slain him right away. So therefore, they believe that this is the location that his body was struck down. Based on the history po of Antonio Pigafetta, they came down to a swamp. So mamaya po makikita natin yung swamp. Sorry. Dito sa Lapu-Lapu City, he looks very galant, very, macho. Pero in Cebu City, pag nasa Cebu City na siya,
payat.
Walang matangkad na wala.
Oo nga eh. 5 foot lang po yan. That's a 20-meter bronze statue of Lapu-Lapu.
Wow.
It is actually a fact that this statue was not built originally in this area or was not erected in this area. They erected that somewhere in the middle of the plaza facing the city hall of Lapu-Lapu City. But then at that time, just some mystery, that happened. For 3 consecutive years, the mayor who sat in the city hall actually died of heart attack. The reason because of that, they believe, is Lapu-Lapu was holding a bow and arrow back then. And then it was, of course, facing the city hall. So pag corrupt ka, patay ka. So the 4th mayor of the city decided to transfer it over here so that he won't die. So fortunately, he didn't die naman. He's alive. So he reigned for a few years, and then after old age, namatay din naman siya. Ito po yung this is the area that we were here even during 18th century. It was this is exactly the same as Antonio Picafetta described in his memoirs. Sabi niya, swampy, ay may isda. Mababa yung tubig.
Oo nga. Oo, kasi di ba nung naglaban-laban sila, may tubig pa.
Yan, may isda pa po tayo. This is very clean. Wag lang po kayong maghinara bakit color green po siya kasi nga po may tayo. And then just right over there, we have a lot of seafood restaurants. They serve very fresh seafood. Kaya lang po right now, their prices has grown to tourist prices. Umaakit na po sa 600 kada kilo. Dapat lang.
Kasi dito walang tao rito. Pagkatapos talian para lumigit mga 6 hours lang. So gitara may mga parts ng may back sa soundboard. So sa loob ng gitara, sa likod sa soundboard, meron mga design. Bawat design ibang tunog yan yung acoustic. Mga design, komplikadong design. So ginagamit namin sa tapos nalay namin dito ng gitara. Kasi may beginner sa ganito. Pero maganda naman tunog yan.
Hindi ba kuya, depende din sa kahoy yung...
Sa kaya at saka sa mga design.
Depends on the bracing. That's
Kung
actually
tinatawag na acoustic design, band bracing. Karamihan mga nylon, acoustic, classic guitar, nylon string. At saka folk guitar, yung mga steel. Bukod sa guitar, nagawa ko yung mga bandorya, ukulele, bass guitar. At saka itong mga kahoy namin dito, dinadry namin 5 years bago namin gamitin. Yung mga kahoy namin. Karamihan mga imported, kung Sitkas Cross, Inglemas Cross, Galis Canada yung ginagamit sa international. Pinakamahal rosewood.
Indian rose.
Kahoy natin maganda din. Kamagong, Forja, Kalantas, Mahogany. May natin akasya, rawaan, nara yung kahoy natin. Pero okay ang kahoy natin. Kahit saan dahil hindi siya mag-react sa climate sa ibang bansa. Kasi araw-araw ang mga kutuminom dito, karamihan sa Amerika, mga Japan dito. Kung dati may explore dati sa Japan, sa Canada. Pero ngayon wala. Araw-araw marami kaming customer dito.
So imagine they do not use nails to put them all together, but they use strings. They just tie them together so that the wood will shape like that. But right now, Kuya, your new design.
Oo. Saka meron tayong mga bagong paraan yun. Pero ang tali ginagamit pa namin. So yung bagong-bago, parang naka-clamp na siya. May mga jig, at saka ginaglo. Yun.
Para may mga sorry tayo pinaka-work.
Ang pinakamahal namin dito ng gitara, abot ng 1 buwan. Tapos isa lang na gitara.
1 buwan?
Sa pinakamahal. Pero ang mga mura lang, siguro sa 1 buwan meron mga 15 pieces, meron 5 pieces, 10 pieces. Kasi nagkawa pa kami.
Ha? Sige.
Ayan guys.
Ha?
May right natin siya, may paano ba yan?
May left-handed guitar din tayo.
Lakas sa mukha. Mas mahina.
Basta steel, medyo masakit. Nylon maganda. Mura to, bigis na mura kasi. Mura to, ako sa may level na nalaman.
This Taoist Temple was built in 1970s during Marcos' time as well. It was also during that time na yung Taoism wanted to expand or like somehow parang they wanted to, you know, put some more effort in expounding their, their beliefs. So it started in 1950s, but it reached in the Philippines, particularly in Cebu, it reached in 1970s. So they started building this in 1970s. That was during Marcos' time. The first regime, first term of former President Marcos.